You know, whenever I'm outside and I come across someone who is just interested in me and just my personality, me as a character overall, there is one common question which I get all the time, to which you probably already know based on the title of this video. What's your Instagram? Do you have Instagram, bro? Those questions. When I hear those questions, I'm like, flipping hell, man. But at the same time, it's like, of course they're going to ask that. Instagram is the talk of the town, has been for a while, and probably always will be in terms of social media usage. What is the most popular social media platform? Probably Instagram. One of, I would say YouTube is second. Maybe Google third. No, first. I don't even know if Google's a social media platform. Guess statistics will be there to tell. I don't know. But yeah, I always get asked that question, what's your Instagram, bro? And I'm like, bro, I don't use Instagram. Now, I did in the past. Back in 2022, I was 16 years old. But I was like, I don't see the need to use Instagram. I haven't used Instagram for 3 years. And in fact, early this year, I actually took the time to download Instagram to see how my brain would react after about 3 years of me not using the platform. I felt like shit instantly, man. And I didn't even see like the meats and the gritties of Instagram. I was just seeing like people from my past. I don't know why Instagram does this, but it likes to send people from your past. They somehow automatically know the people that were associated with you in your past. And they just put their pages down for you to follow. Because that's how Instagram works. You know, they want you to follow as many people as possible so you can look at as many people's photos as possible to be interested in their lives, and you should be interested into your life. So they'll put as many photos as possible. And I was like, bro. And this was even like 5 minutes of me using the platform. And I was like, yeah, bro, I need to delete this platform. I deleted the platform. I didn't even use the app. I couldn't. And that's one of the many reasons why I did delete Instagram 3 years ago when I was 16. I was a simp. Bro, to me, Instagram was like porn. I'm not joking to you guys. I would just use Instagram to look at the most beautiful women out there that I can never reach, you know, that I'll probably never meet. I would use it as like a fapping tool device. And I was like, Gordon, this isn't good for your brain. It isn't good for how you view and perceive women. It trains your brain to start viewing them as sex objects, and then when you meet a woman in real life, you're unable to converse with any of them, which I didn't like. And I speak as testament, because I suffered that. I've come out the other side after not using Instagram for 3 years. And it's pretty good, man. So it's a good life. I don't need to focus on what another man's doing or another woman's doing, bro. Like, I'm living my life. The only two social media platforms I use are WhatsApp and YouTube. WhatsApp to text my family and friends, of course, and YouTube to do my job. I do like watching me some YouTube videos too that inspire me. People that I want to be like. And I have many interests, certain aspects of life. So yeah, I just watch people who tailor my interests, you know? But yeah, that question, what is your Instagram? What's your Instagram, bro? That entitlement, man. To believe everyone, both of you to assume that I use Instagram. Very bold indeed. But you know, I'm not mad. I don't blame you though. I'm also just pulled back because I forget how common Instagram is used. And usually when you don't use a platform for a period of time, that starts to become a part of your identity. I don't identify as someone who uses Instagram, so I don't use Instagram. I don't need to look at another person's life. Some of you guys may say, oh, communicate with your fans. Oh, but the brand, I don't care. I genuinely don't care. I don't give a crap. If I want to communicate with my fans, that'll be in the YouTube comments or an email that I'll probably make for fans to get in touch. So yes, you can do that on Instagram too. You can, you know, DM people, direct message. But it's like, before you even get to DM said person, you need to get through a whole pile of dirt before you can even communicate to that person. The pile of dirt in the metaphorical sense of that Instagram page that is usually the first to launch. You know, there's like 5 buttons on the side. There's like Instagram reel, whole page message, I don't remember everything at the top of my head. I'm just going off of, because it's very similar to YouTube in terms of the home screen, what you initially see, right? And yeah, the first thing they put you on is the homepage. And this is assuming you've already followed a few people. The first thing they want you to do is see people's lives. I remember 3 years ago, I was looking at a good guy that, an influencer that I enjoy. First thing I saw when I clicked on it was his car. I'm like, bro, I don't need to see that. Respectfully. And that's not from a place of envy. It just has no benefit to my life. I have my own life to live, bro. So, coming from someone who hasn't used Instagram for 3 years, man, I hear someone say, what's your Instagram, bro? Do you have Instagram? It's just that, man. It's like, bro, I forgot. Everyone still uses this. Because, like I said, I identify as someone who doesn't use it. And when you make that your identity, you kind of forget that everyone else, unfortunately, uses Instagram. Now, if you're doing that for business purposes, you're making money on there. But, hey, power to you, brother. But I just mean as a whole, everyone's on Instagram now. People use Instagram to pass the time now. I don't do that anymore. I can relate to it because I used to do it. But let's be honest, guys. When you scrolled on Instagram to pass the time, what were you looking at? What, girls? What, someone in a Lamborghini? Come on, man. Come on, bro. Stop it. There's so much more things you can do. You can take that time back, man. It's not hard. Anyone is capable of doing it. You just delete Instagram. It's from my experience. I don't like Instagram. So it always blows me off guard when people say, do you have Instagram, bro? Bro, what's your Instagram? Yeah. I just don't like it. I don't like Instagram, man. I don't like the lack of privacy, it feels like. I like WhatsApp because it's more so personal. It's more intimate, if you will. To have someone's WhatsApp account, there needs to be some form of trust. A barrier to be broken in terms of agreement. You need to have my phone number. Now, I'm not going to give my phone number to anyone. I'm not dumb. I'm not stupid. So we need to agree with each other. I need to know you, man. I can't just give you my phone number just because I met you and you're a cool guy at first. I can't just do that. Now, it's common for people to give Instagram accounts. They meet each other on the first day, maybe they click. What's your Instagram? You have Instagram, bro? They exchange, you talk, cool. Because Instagram, it's not really private. It's too diverse in the amount of people you can DM. You can go from DMing a friend to Kylie Jenner. The scale is that high. The spectrum is crazy, guys, I'll tell you. However, with Instagram, it's like, cool. I need to know you first. Give me your number. Hey, before you give me your number, who are you? Alright, let me get to know you. I'm not going to give you my number straight away. Even if you're a beautiful, hot chick and the lust is there and you absolutely want to... You know what I'm going to say. Even then. You can't, man. You need to be as wise as a serpent. Right? I forgot the Bible quote, I'm so sorry. Anyway, that's besides the point. Even then, man, especially with women, man, you gotta be careful because us men, we do this thing whenever there's a beautiful woman. All of our morals are IQ. We get dumb for some reason. We just dumb ourselves down in a stupid way. You ignore the red flags because she has nice breasts. You ignore the red flags because she has a nice waist. You ignore the red flags because she's got a nice vagina. You ignore the red flags because she has a nice face, a nice waist, nice hips. I get the trickery, but guys, bro, can't, man. Because even the most gorgeous women, I'm not saying every woman, but some of the most gorgeous women are devils inside, man. I'm telling you, they move like devils. Be careful, bro. That's why the devil will try to trick you. He'll do that to you, man. So you gotta have that discernment. This is why I like WhatsApp better, because I like WhatsApp because there's more so a privacy thing, So I need to get to know you first before I even give you my number so we can be talking. I can't just let anyone have my WhatsApp. Now, if it's a business account, because you can do that on WhatsApp, you can do that too. You can do a business WhatsApp account and get someone in touch. I don't see the issue with that because they don't really have your number. They've got your business number for work purposes and whatnot. So I don't see the problem with that. But intimacy number, nah, I can't do it, man. Yeah. So whenever I hear what's the Instagram, bro, it just throws me off guard. And a lot of people are like, hey, get Instagram. You can get a higher pool of women. Yeah, and as much as I love beautiful women and I love being around beautiful women, I only need one woman to get married with anyway. Now, during the phase when I'm not married yet, in the phase when I'm vetting out a woman, do I see a problem with dating a lot of women just to figure out what you want? No. You have to find out. And for most of us guys, and maybe even girls too, very rare you're going to find the right one straight away. Just talking probability. If you do, hey, best case scenario. But speaking of the worst case scenario, we probably won't. And some of you guys may have to stretch that itch off. Some of you guys like myself barely got girls in high school. Some of you guys may have to date a few girls from different races for a few years, or travel the world and date different girls just to see what type of girl you want. Until you're like, alright man, I've seen it all, bro. Let me just get one woman. You don't have to have sex with them, don't do that. But you can still date them. That's not a sin. Get to know them. You know, I don't see the problem with that. Don't make it sexual because it'll lead to fornication. Don't do that. But you can still enjoy another woman's company. It's not a sin to be around other women. It's not a sin to flirt with other women. If you're single, of course. So I don't see the need. Every time people ask me, do you use Instagram? Nah, man, I don't. I'm not even big on getting to know girls through Instagram. I'll be honest with you guys. Not even dating apps. I feel like that's just pussy shit. Back in the 90s, now I wasn't born in the 90s, I was born in 2006, but I'm wise enough to know that back in the 90s, bro, they didn't have that. They had to go outside themselves. They had to approach the girls themselves. You know? They had to approach them themselves. Build their own social skills. Increase the risk of rejection, but increase the risk of mental growth. I don't know what else to say to you, man. I don't like Instagram personally, bro. It always catches me off guard when people ask me, bro, why do you not use Instagram? I don't use it, man. I'm gonna stand up and take a shit. Just to delay that factor from coming. I don't like being in one space. I want my brain to kind of be stimulated, so I'm not just thinking about the shit being in one spot. But yeah, I get that question a lot, man. Do you have Instagram, bro? Nah, I don't need it, man. I haven't used it for 3 years. I'm pretty happy like that. Let's keep it like that.